Why? Because Caitlin Clark isn't just a player. She's a phenomenon, known for her ability to pull up and score from practically anywhere, even the parking lot. She is redefining greatness in women's basketball. With her lethal skills and fearless leadership, Caitlin has earned the title of the best female collegiate player of all time. But Caitlin isn't stopping there. She's not just making headlines on the court, she's shaking up the sports world off the court as well. Recently, a shocking detail about Caitlin's contract with the Indiana Fever has everyone talking. This isn't just about money, it's a game changer that could influence how future athletes negotiate their careers. Let's dive into why this is such a historic moment for sports. Before Caitlin Clark, there were legends like Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, Rebecca Lobo, and Dawn Staley. They paved the way for women's basketball to grow into what it is today. But Caitlin, she's taking it to a whole new level. She's already inspiring fans beyond basketball. People have even started watching golf because of her influence. And if you're still doubting her impact, consider this. Ice Cube reportedly offered Caitlin $5 million to play just 3 months in his Big 3 league. That's a staggering amount for any athlete, let alone a women's basketball player. Caitlin's moves are proving that she's not just playing basketball, she's elevating the entire sport. So what's the big reveal in her contract? Caitlin's deal with the Fever includes groundbreaking provisions that set a new standard for athlete treatment. According to insiders, her contract allows for enhanced travel accommodations, personalized support staff, and resources dedicated to her holistic development as a player and leader. Unlike standard team arrangements, Caitlin's contract ensures she has flexibility to optimize her schedule and performance. It's not about luxury, it's about reducing stress, maximizing recovery, and allowing her to maintain peak performance on the court. This approach could inspire other franchises to follow suit, focusing on player well-being and development. At just 22 years old, Caitlin Clark has also made the Forbes 30 Under 30 list, becoming the only professional women's basketball player to earn this honor. Her inclusion highlights her incredible influence both as an athlete and as a trailblazer in the industry. Oh, and let's talk numbers. Caitlin's deal reportedly offers her $28 million higher than what many NBA players earn in their first year. This monumental paycheck proves that women's sports are finally getting the financial recognition they deserve. Caitlin Clark is more than just a basketball player. She's a visionary, a leader, and a history maker. Her latest contract doesn't just benefit her, it's paving the way for future athletes to dream bigger and demand better. This is more than a career move, it's a movement. Caitlin Clark isn't just shining, she's lighting the path for generations to come. Caitlin Clark is set to earn $76.5 million, but that's just the beginning. In addition to her salary, she have access to a full support team, including nutritionists, trainers, and even mental performance coaches. This reflects a forward-thinking approach from the Fever, who are prioritizing player well-being and understanding the importance of both mental and physical health in achieving success. It's not just about winning games, it's about building a sustainable, long-term career for Caitlin. Some comments on this development have been interesting. For example, one person joked that Caitlin should buy a rival team, while another mentioned how she deserves all the perks she's receiving. There's been no sign of jealousy from her teammates. In fact, the atmosphere within the team seems to be one of genuine excitement. Caitlin's presence boosts the whole team, and her enhanced resources are seen as a sign of the Fever's vision for the future. One player even humorously pointed out that if Caitlin's getting all these benefits, the team better start winning more games to keep up. From a management perspective, this was a no-brainer. The Fever's general manager described Caitlin's contract as a bold move to redefine excellence in women's basketball. To them, Caitlin isn't just another player, she's a cornerstone of the franchise and a symbol of their commitment to growing the sport. By investing in her, they're also investing in the future of women's basketball. The public reaction has been just as interesting. Social media exploded with praise and playful envy. One tweet read, "Caitlin Clark just secured a first-class seat to the future of women's basketball." While another commented, "She's living the dream, and honestly, she deserves every bit of it." The general feeling is one of pride, with fans celebrating Caitlin's ability to break barriers and inspire others to aim higher. Some college fans who followed Caitlyn's journey even dared to predict her future success, placing bets on her as a top contender for MVP in the WNBA. However, Caitlyn herself has emphasized that this contract is about more than perks and privileges. She sees it as a foundation for long-term success not just for herself, but for her teammates and the league as a whole. In interviews, she's shared her goal of using the resources at her disposal to improve her performance and bring championships to Indiana. As the WNBA continues to grow, Caitlyn's story could be the blueprint for the next generation of players. This vision goes beyond personal gain, reflecting Caitlyn Clark's deep commitment to the game. While Angel Reese chose not to speak to the media after their game against Caitlyn, this moment is much bigger than any one player or team. It's a pivotal moment for how women's sports are valued and supported. Caitlyn's contract sends a powerful message. Athletes deserve resources that allow them to excel both on and off the court. By prioritizing well-being and development, the Fever are setting a precedent that other franchises will surely follow. Let's discuss the ripple effect of this. Young athletes everywhere are watching Caitlyn's journey and learning that it's okay to demand more. They're seeing a role model who's not just breaking records, but also breaking barriers. This is about more than basketball. It's about empowerment, leadership, and having the courage to redefine what's possible. After a major change comes responsibility. Caitlyn is fully aware that the spotlight is on her, and she's handling it with grace and humility. She credits her teammates and the Fever organization for believing in her vision. This victory isn't just hers. It's a collective triumph that demonstrates the power of teamwork and innovation. As we look to the future, one thing is clear: Caitlyn Clark is more than just an athlete. She's a trailblazer, a leader, and a symbol of what happens when talent meets determination. Her contract with the Fever is more than just a business deal, it's a statement. It declares that the future of women's basketball is bright, bold, and limitless. When we compare player salaries, some may wonder why NBA players earn significantly more than WNBA players. The simple answer is TV money and NBA TV rights are 100 times higher than those of the WNBA. What's especially remarkable about Caitlyn Clark's journey is that her contract reflects her ability to transcend traditional boundaries. She's not just an athlete, she's a brand, an icon, and a visionary. By securing provisions that prioritize personal development, well-being, and long-term growth, Caitlyn is showing young athletes everywhere that being exceptional on the court isn't enough. You can and should demand excellence off the court too. The Fever's decision to back her vision so wholeheartedly is more than just good business. It's a cultural shift. Historically, women's sports have been undervalued, with athletes often lacking the resources and recognition they truly deserve. Caitlyn's contract is a step toward reversing that narrative. It signals to other franchises, leagues, and corporate sponsors that investing in female athletes isn't just ethical, it's profitable. This move could change the game for future generations. Remember the magic moment in 1979 when two rookies, one white, one black, came into the NBA from a fierce college rivalry? That rivalry sparked something special in sports, and it's clear we're seeing a similar moment today, not just with Caitlyn Clark, but with a growing movement in women's basketball. Rivalries are what keep people hooked on sport. They want to watch games with high stakes, games between real rivals. They don't want everything to be about players just being friendly with each other. The domino effect of Caitlyn's bold move is already happening. Other WNBA players are reportedly looking into adding similar clauses to their contracts. Agents and teams are noticing that this could soon be the new norm for superstar athletes. Even younger players in college and high school are beginning to dream bigger, knowing that Caitlyn is paving the way for them to enter a world with fewer limits and more opportunities. Caitlyn herself understands the magnitude of her role in this broader movement. In a recent press interview, she said, "This isn't just about me. It's about creating a path for the next generation to thrive in ways we never thought possible." Caitlyn's actions back up her words. She's already expressed plans to use her resources to mentor young players and participate in community outreach programs. Imagine the impact of a player like her stepping into a youth basketball camp, not just teaching skills, but sharing her mindset. That's the kind of ripple effect that can transform lives. Critics may question why Caitlyn is investing so much energy in the WNBA, especially when she's making only $70,000 a year in the league. Why not push for higher paying opportunities in other leagues? But Caitlyn's focus is clear. She knows that her journey in the WNBA is about more than just money. It's about growth, impact, and pushing boundaries for herself and for the sport. Some have raised concerns about whether special provisions for certain players disrupt the idea of team equality. But Caitlyn's approach proves it's not about entitlement, it's about breaking barriers in a way that benefits everyone. By being in peak condition and performing at her best, she helps the Fever win games, gain recognition, and attract more fans. Her individual success leads directly to collective success for the team and the league as a whole. Caitlyn's journey is far from over. This revelation is just one chapter in her incredible story. Whether you're a fan of the game or simply inspired by her drive, there's no denying that she's making an impact that will be felt for years to come. So here's to Caitlyn Clark, a star on the court, a leader off it, and a true pioneer in every sense of the word.